Day 4 of our family vacation at Sandos Caracol Eco Resort in Playa del Carmen, and the question still lingered. Did we pick the right resort? It was a tough call. Caracol's jungle vibes and wildlife charm lured us in, even though its beach wasn't exactly postcard perfect. Meanwhile, its sister resort, Sandos Playacar, whispered promises of soft sands and a different kind of experience. So were we team jungle, or did we make a huge mistake? Today we're finding out. At the time of recording, Sandos Caracol offered day passes to Playacar, which meant one thing: time to test the waters. We'll check out the differences, compare experiences, and answer the big question. Did we make the right call? Or will we leave Playacar wishing we'd booked there instead?
This morning, we all woke up. We decided last night when we went to bed, we were going to go to bed and decide what we were doing today based off of how everybody was feeling. I didn't want to book an excursion or a trip or anything along those lines without knowing that everybody was well. So we woke up this morning and we decided everybody was feeling good. We were going to go to the sister resort, Sandos Playacar.
It's supposed to be a nicer resort, more upscale with a nice beach.
When we were first booking this resort for Cora's graduation trip, we gave her and her friends a couple of resorts to choose from. They had narrowed it down to Playacar and the Eco Resort, and ultimately they chose the Eco Resort.
I really just want the girls and Adric to experience a beach. Normally we take Adric, he sees some kind of nice beach, every summer on his vacation, so I want them to experience it. I wanted the girls to have that one, at least the one day where there's a nice beach, because this beach is pretty rocky and not as pretty as a lot of the beaches down here in Playa del Carmen. If you're on the fence between these two resorts, this video is gonna help you make that decision. Hopefully, we're gonna do our best. So we'll be back here probably around 6:30 or so, and then enjoy the rest of the night here. And I guess there's a show that we wanna hit up tonight that is a must-see. Tonight and tomorrow both have shows here at the resort that they say you wanna see them. So I'm excited about today. I feel so much better today, by the way. Whatever bacterial bug that was in my stomach is cleared out now, and I am good to go.
I'm hoping to get more tan because I wasn't able to go and get a tan yesterday.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling better.
This morning at the buffet, though, when we were there, we saw all these little baby monkeys. Or they weren't babies. We saw a monkey with a little baby on his back, and they were jumping all over the place.
There's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
It looked like it was
And-
on her dad's back.
Shh.
The baby was on its dad's back. I didn't know that the moms don't carry them. It's
How do you know it was a dad?
Because it turned around and went up the tree.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah.
Some people fed them a banana. One person fed one a banana.
People were feeding them. Do not feed the monkeys. Staff came out and said, you are not allowed to feed the monkeys. They came out and they were pretty stern. He said, you cannot feed the monkeys. People still fed the monkeys. People around here have a problem following directions.
Everyone else has seen some monkeys. Now, you've seen the monkey footage, but Brandy and Adric took that footage. I still haven't seen any monkeys. Day 4, and I am determined to see a monkey. I want to see a monkey. A funky monkey. I know how to get the monkeys to come. I had to do a dance for them. A dance to draw the monkeys in. Here we go. So the monkey dance isn't working for me, but Adric said that he's going to try to get them to come out because he has better luck than me. You look really cool today.
Of course. Duh.
So today we got a taxi up at the main lobby.
You go to the taxi table, and the taxi has an entire list of all of the fares to get everywhere that you could possibly want to go.
All the prices listed in pesos.
You do pay more if you use USD.
If you are paying in USD cash or whatever, make sure your bills are in good shape because they won't be able to take them if they're in bad shape.
Seems to be all one taxi company, It's safe. I'm assuming it's a giant union, kind of like what we've seen in the past at some of the other places we've been to. We checked out at the taxi station. Very easy to do. The cab rolls up literally less than 5 minutes because all of those taxis sit outside of your resort. Ordered the taxi and in our taxi within 4 minutes. It was rapido.
It seems like security's pretty good here, at least getting in and out of the gated community, I should say. Those taxi drivers had to go through a couple different security checkpoints. They had to give the guards our room numbers and how many of us there were when we exited and entered the facilities. I want to say the drive was only 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes max.
So we get back to Playacar and you pull up and it is a beautiful resort. It really is. It looks beautiful. They told us that we had to go up and check in at registration, so we went up. Don't forget an ID.
It's good to carry around some form of ID anyway if you're leaving the resort because, just in case something happens or whatever.
So we checked in there and she gave us a brief rundown of the resort. We didn't even get that at our resort. So I appreciated that very much. She gave us a quick rundown, if this is what you want to do, you go this way. If this is where you want to go this way. There's a shuttle available to take you all the way around to the back. It runs every 15 minutes. And if you want to eat, this is where you go. It was very well done.
We noticed right away that this resort was more upscale than Caracol, but really just more like what we were used to at all-inclusives, just because Caracol is a little bit different than what we're used to. Less jungle, more concrete, but still some jungle. So that's cool.
So we decided that we were going to go to the pool, but we kind of looked for the shuttle and we were like, meh, we're just going to walk.
And off we go.
So we walked. It's a lot of walking. It's a big resort, just like this one.
We walked by some of the pools. Nice. I stopped at one of the pool bars to grab a drink and got a margarita. I had to test out the margarita, right? Got myself a margarita. I'm ready to go.
What?
Since I've been drinking the same thing, I can make a judgment call on the margaritas. And this tastes good. All the drinks I had that day were satisfying.
We continued on our way and we were searching for the beach.
What in the world is that? That's not a donkey.
No, that's a donkey.
Oh, donkey.
Walked by their theater, checked that out. Their theater area looked more like it was like an outdoor pavilion style with outdoor seating. Much more like what we're used to seeing at all-inclusives. Like a lot of this resort reminded me of some of the other resorts that we'd been to. Not gonna lie, this resort's pretty nice. This is what we normally would expect out of a resort. We stopped at the Cupcake Cafe. It's like their coffee shop, which we don't have a coffee shop here at Caracol. That's one thing that this place is lacking that I know of, that I'm aware of anyway. That's what Brandy said. I'm just going off what she said. I don't know. I haven't seen one either.
It was so awesome. It was their coffee shop, their sweets. They had some smoothies and some little milkshakes. And
Adric got some donuts and they got some chocolate drinks. I'm not sure what they were. Strawberry drinks. I don't know. They got some things there.
They had little sandwiches.
Someone got a sandwich. Whose sandwich was that? Yours, Brandy? What is it?
It's a CLT. Chicken, bacon, and lettuce. Oh, chicken, lettuce, tomato.
Jazz music was playing in the background.
It was a very cute place. Sat in there. Really cute environment. Kids really enjoyed it.
Really nice place. Very picture perfect. The resort grounds at Sandos Playacar were beautiful and the property was much larger than what we were expecting. On our way to the beach, we passed a jewelry store and a bar reserved for Royal Elite guests, which, as Royal Elite guests, we were totally allowed to visit. Talk about a tease. We also passed the exclusive Select Club pool for adults only. We could have actually gone in there, except for my 8-year-old. But everyone else could have enjoyed a dip. I guess we could have dropped him off the kids club, but that's not what we were there for.
And then we made our merry little way to the beach.
And once we got to the beach, we started headed to the Royal Elite Beach. Because we are elite.
Elite, baby.
Elite. We hit up the Royal Elite Beach section. Soft white sand, a little bit of sargassum, but not enough to keep everyone from getting in the water. It murked up the water a little bit, wasn't as pretty as it probably is. You never know when it's gonna hit your beach, okay? So just be aware if you're asking, hey, what's the seaweed conditions? it changes day to day. We've seen it in our own vacation. If you check out our Dream Sands Cancun series, perfect example right there of how fast the seaweed can come in and change the whole beach.
This beach at Playacar, probably the day. Not the bluest, greenest water. The sand was really pretty though. It was white sand.
Way better than the beach that we got here with all the rocks at Caracol. And that's why we went. So there's prettier water around here, but this beach was, it was okay. Waves didn't seem to be too rough. The ocean water seemed to be just fine enough to get in and have a good time. You can see Cozumel in the distance. You can take the Ultramar ferry from the 5th Avenue area and go over to Cozumel.
Marissa and Cora really did enjoy themselves. Adric didn't get in the ocean. He laid up on the little bally bed and he crashed out.
You're gonna wake me up at 12:40.
All right, I'll wake you up then, okay? I don't think you're gonna fall asleep, but...
Yeah.
He took a pretty decent nap. So I got in the ocean with the girls and really enjoyed myself. The water felt very nice. I got very burnt, even with sunscreen on, so don't forget to cover up because, whoo, I am a hurtin'.
I think I burnt my lips.
My lips looking red.
How was your nap?
Oh, it was perfect.
It was what? Perfect.
It was good.
The girls laid out for a little while and then we decided we were gonna go up to the pool.
So we checked out the Royal Elite section of the beach there, and then we went to the Royal Elite pool and experienced that.
Royal Elite Vacation Club!
We found a bally bed that was all the way in the back corner. It was supposed to rain within the hour. It never did. Maybe a sprinkle or two, but that was about it.
They have a swim-up bar there at the Elite pool and special seating and stuff for all the elites.
We got into the water and the water was very warm.
The water almost was a little too warm to be refreshing for this time of year. They had like a little tables in the water or whatever you can sit your drinks. That's pretty cool. I always enjoy those. We see those a lot at the reuse that we go to. Brandy ordered this drink. I'm not quite sure what it is. Brandy to get the name of it.
We're doing a photo shoot. The kids are doing their section of it. It's cute.
I took Adric over to the little kids water park. There was one really good water slide that he really liked and the other one was meh. It was really slow, he said. But the water at the water park was so refreshing. It was nice and cool. Felt so good.
So we spent some time in the Elite pool. Then we went over to the little mini buffet.
Yeah, it was just a small little buffet.
It put the snack station by the main pool here at Caracol to shame. I'm telling you that. Put it to shame.
They had like so many different options.
The food there was better than most of the stuff I've had at Caracol. So I imagine that the rest of the food is pretty good at that resort.
French fries with stuff to put on top of your French fries. And I ate some really good like chicken and some beef.
They had the same hamburger patties though, which they're not good. I don't like the hamburger patties. I'm just gonna have to slam on them again.
The burger's so gross.
I had to try it to see if it was the same hamburger patty, and yes, it was. Disgusting. I think it's Quaddies. I think they just cut them up and put them in a hamburger form, grind them up. Quaddies? How do you say that? Quaddy?
Kawati.
I think it's iguana meat that they put in there.
So I think over there they might have a little bit better food than we have here. But I think each resort has the pros and cons.
Drinks were better, except for the Elite spot here, about comparable to Elite section here at Caracol.
Again, the buffet there, fantastic. So then after we ate there, we decided to get into the main pool there. It was a swim-up bar and it wasn't the Elite pool, so it was like for everybody. There was two sides to that bar. There was a bar that was facing out towards the pool deck and then a bar that faced inside the pool. So I thought that was kind of nice.
For the most part, I really enjoyed the pool area there at Playacar. Mission accomplished. We spent the afternoon soaking up the sun, enjoying the Playacar pools and beach. It was time to head back to the lobby, so we hopped on the resort shuttle. We jumped off at the first shuttle stop. Now, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I'm glad we did. It gave us a chance to explore a bit more of the resort on foot.
You're in the jungle, baby.
You know what's from, right?
No,
Guns N' Roses.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that movie.
It's not a movie.
Oh, what is it?
They're singers.
Adric knows what it is.
And I'm younger than you.
Guns N' Roses, man.
Your turn. Stop.
Ooh.
Your turn. Quit. You're making me mad. Are there a bunch of cats?
There must be something.
Oh.
It's a kitty cat sanctuary for all you cat lovers.
You got hat houses for real?
This is Catland.
There's little kitty trails.
I had a cat once. Never again.
We continued walking, passing a few of the specialty restaurants. The heat of the Playa del Carmen sun was starting to make its presence known.
Riding in luxury. How you doing, Mom?
Agua.
Finally, we stumbled upon another pool. One we hadn't seen before. It had a swim-up bar and a fun little water park for small kids.
Well, that's cool. Now we just have to figure out how to get out of here.
We were starting to feel a little lost.
Yeah, this is different. See?
Where exactly was the lobby again?
We're lost, but I feel like I could figure out this resort a lot quicker than what I did our own resort because I still haven't figured out our resort yet. I think I've covered more of this resort today than what I have of our whole resort in the 3 days that I've been there.
Marissa saved the day.
Yeah.
She remembered that we walked down from the lobby to get to where we were originally and found a staircase that led us up to the lobby.
We didn't get to experience everything, but we got an idea of this place in a short period of time. I'm sure there's more that we didn't see, but I get it.
So yeah, we took a cab back to Caracol. The taxi driver didn't speak any English, but he was very nice. We managed to make it work with the language barrier and what he needed from us. We had already taken a taxi there, so we kind of knew what he needed.
But when we got out of the car, there was a peacock. The peacock was sitting right there beside the taxi. So chased that peacock down for some cute little video. I've never seen a wild peacock before, and today I've seen two.
So, did we make the right choice booking Sandos Caracol over Playacar? Here's our takeaway from our day trip. Like Sandos Caracol, Playacar is a large resort. It's a bit pricier, more upscale, and has a better beach. Playacar seemed to cater to a wider variety of guests, including families, couples, and maybe even solo travelers. The resort had plenty of pools to enjoy, and while we didn't get a full feel for the food since we only ate at a couple spots, the coffee shop / cupcake place was great, and the small buffet we tried hit the spot. As for the entertainment, since both resorts share the Sandos brand style, I'm guessing it's just as top-notch as we experienced at Caracol. Now, Sandos Caracol has a completely different vibe. It's all about the jungle atmosphere, lush greenery, cenotes, and so much wildlife that it really feels like you're in the middle of a jungle. It's definitely more family focused with lots of kids around, big slides for the older kids and adults, and unique experiences that you won't find at many other resorts. When we booked, we already knew Caracol's beach wasn't its strongest feature and had done plenty of research on the differences between the two resorts. We've been to a lot of all-inclusives, and while Playacar is definitely a resort we'd enjoy, it wasn't the experience we were looking for this time around. We wanted something different, and the jungle atmosphere with all the wildlife gave us exactly that. That said, don't get me wrong, Playacar seemed like a fantastic resort, and I don't think we would have regretted booking it either. In fact, for people who love the typical all-inclusive experience, great pools, a nice beach, and more polished feel, Playacar might be the better fit. But for this trip, Caracol was the right choice for us. Though, I wouldn't call it perfect. Far from it. And in our final video, we'll be breaking down everything we loved and everything that, well, could have been better about Sandos Caracol. But our day was far from over. We still had the rest of the evening to enjoy back at Caracol, and there was plenty more to experience.
Oh, we might as well do this now and then get shots of tequila.
There's no shots of tequila.
So we walked by another one of those what makes you smile ribbon sections. They had one there at Playacar.
Hey, they have a marker here.
Do they? Yeah. I want to do it.
Oh, but they don't have
No thing?
bin.
here, I didn't realize that Cora stole the marker so she could bring it back here to Caracol. So we stopped by and all tied up a ribbon and hung it up here at this resort. There was like a line behind her of people that like then later used that same marker. She did a good deed.
And look, now you brought a marker for everyone to use.
Exactly. You're all welcome.
We went straight to our room to drop some stuff off and went over to the water park.
We went to the water park for a little bit.
Adric loved the little water park. He had a great time, went down all the water slides, but the bigger slides were not open because they closed at 5 and we got there at like 5:15. So we're gonna hit that up again tomorrow. Like pretty much everything shuts down at 5 o'clock. The snack bar was closed.
Some clouds started rolling in. All the other pools were closing down around 6 or so, I think. So we went to the main pool, which closes a lot later than the others.
Jumped into the main pool after that, but then it started raining and we're already in the water and everything we have is waterproof. So just kind of hung out in the water.
We weren't there for very long. Ended up leaving and came back to the room. And now we're gonna get room service. So this is gonna be our first time getting room service here at the resort, and we're gonna tell you just how it goes.
I ordered a lot of food.
Yes, thank you. Can we also get club sandwich and a quesadilla? A club sandwich and 2 quesadillas.
There's a max of 8 plates for Royal Elite rooms, and apparently I hit the 8-plate limit, so they had to take some food off of it. There's a regular menu and then a Royal Elite menu. And there's a breakfast as well. The breakfast actually looks really good, but you don't get to see monkeys when you eat the breakfast in your room.
We tested out the room service. It was pretty good. Better than what I was expecting. So can't ask for any more than that. Portions were pretty big, and I stuffed myself like a pig. And I am so full right now.
5 minutes. So are very impressed.
After we ate, we went and saw the Sacred Cenote entertainment show.
We were told that the Sacred Cenote was done in the cenote today, or out at the cenote, but I don't know if it was because it was raining or if it actually never was supposed to be out there. So I don't know. Regardless, we went down to the theater, and then I'm like, I feel like we should take an umbrella. And James is like,
No, we don't need to take an umbrella. It's one less thing we have to carry.
Brandy's wanted to bring an umbrella. Like, no, we don't need to take an umbrella, okay? What's a little rain? Ain't gonna hurt us.
I'm not kidding you. We were halfway to the theater, and the heavens opened.
It did rain. She was right.
It pours.
You've never seen any rain before, woman.
Felt good. Actually cooled it down.
And we just bolt towards the music, which was the theater. We get up there all soaking wet and realize that these Sacred Cenotes in the theater, they have like one bartender there. So the line for the bar is always really long. The other night there was more bartenders, but tonight there was one. They have like water dispenser. We just walked up, grabbed some water and went in and sat down. And this was our favorite show so far.
I don't know who this Sandos guy is, but he sure knows how to throw a damn good party. Woo!
This one was so good. It was cool. There was a nice breeze, and the show was very deep, very kind of dark. There was a story to it, and it was really good.
The Sacred Cenote show was fire.
But we really enjoyed it a lot. 2 thumbs up. Again, nailing it on the entertainment. It poured while we were in there.
It got a little rainy out today.
It rained at the right time. We got to enjoy the whole entire day until the very end. It started raining, which that's okay.
Brandy's wearing her shorts on backwards. Just now realized it.
Overall, it was a really good, successful day. Had a great day, great time with all the kids. Tomorrow is our last full day here at Sandos Caracol Eco Resort. Kind of sad.
This whole thing is coming to an end soon. We only have one more day to get everything out of the way that we haven't done yet and see all that we need to see. I have like a list of things that I want to check off my list for tomorrow because it's the last day. We're not going to be able to do it all, folks. We only had one more day at Sandos Caracol, which meant only one more chance to spot a wild monkey. I was on a mission. I had to see one before we left. Everyone else had seen one. And I wasn't gonna leave without my own monkey sighting. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should, because this is one of the best underground travel channels on YouTube, okay? Be part of the fam. Subscribe to our underground YouTube channel for free. You just subscribe. Algorithm may or may not show you more of our videos. That's it. Check out another video.
Also comment Adric in the comments.
Also comment Adric in the comments. Peace. We're out.